Hey guys, something really quick that I just wanted to get off my chest today. Um, so I think we can probably all agree that racism of any kind is wrong, right? However, what I've been seeing a lot lately, let me tell you a little story to lead into this. So there is a girl who I've been following on social media who reads tarot. And I've been following her for a while, and I always click on her videos and I enjoy her little tarot readings, and she usually gives a very positive message that I enjoy. And so I've enjoyed following her for a while. However, I unfollowed her the other day because she was saying things that I found hurtful and offensive, and I'm just not going to give my ears to people who are spreading hateful and divisive rhetoric. And so she had done a video, this person, and she was referring to white people as the palm colored people and saying that we were all colonizers and that we were all privileged and insinuating that we weren't very spiritual people. And of course, I found this very offensive, just as I would find it offensive to hear anything derogatory aimed at anyone in regards to their appearance or something having to do with their physical body. Because, as Dr. Martin Luther King said, we should judge people by the content of their character and not the color of their skin. And in this society, this woke propaganda that our society has been inundated with for the past like 4 or more years at least, um, under the guise of being inclusive and making everyone equal, it's actually creating a lot of divide, and it's done that way on purpose. So when people are engaging, it's somehow become acceptable to bash white people and call us things that are negative and untrue. And I looked at the comments on this video, and people were like, "Yeah, you're on fire today," and like everyone was loving it. And this is someone who portrays themselves as spiritual and sort of a leader. And I was like, wow, that's racism. That's blatant racism and hate towards white people. It's not very spiritual. And if you're looking at Buddhism, I would equate it to the world of animality, where it's a lot of like competition, and it's not community, it's not people all getting along. It's a lot of like competitive energy and very aggressive and violent. And I didn't like it. So I'm like, you know what? If this is how you really feel, I'm going to unfollow you. And unfortunately, it's not the first person I've come across who is a spiritual person who has put themselves in the position of leader or teacher, who was then espousing hateful rhetoric towards white people. And just so you guys know, like saying that all white people are colonizers is just like saying anyone of any race who's done anything wrong now or in the past, like that all people are that way. And that is what racism is when you're associating negative traits with people because of their skin color. And that's just not true. It's not true for any of us. I, you know, there's oppressed people of all skin colors. All poor people are oppressed. And there's, definitely been a lot of very, very dark things in our history where people have been singled out for their race. And, those people, of course, have a lot of healing to do, and there's a lot of generational trauma. However, our media has been playing upon these people's trauma to manipulate them to then go and turn and be racist against white people. And this doesn't bring up the collective. This just creates more fear, more divide, and it's not bringing anyone together, and it's not accomplishing anything good. So I just wanted to point that out today, that bashing on white people is racism. We should all be trying to heal each other and lift each other up. And not every white person is a colonizer. Not every white person's ancestors was a colonizer. There's a lot of white people. Not every single white person had ancestors that literally went into people's villages and took their homes. And if you want to get upset at colonizing and oppression, I mean, it was religion, really, that came in. Religion went into Europe and colonized all the people who were practicing paganism and drove that underground. They did it in every culture. The church went around, and because they felt that they were doing something just and saving these people because they were brainwashed by religious rhetoric, it gave them an excuse and a feeling that they were helping by going in and colonizing. And obviously, that wasn't the case. But it has nothing to do with skin color. The media wants you to think that because they want us fighting with each other and divided. So I ask you today to just look at this. Like, is it fair to say, oh, these three people went in and robbed a store and they're of this certain race, and so now that means that everyone who is of this race is a thief? It's just not fair. It's not good. So let's try to see through all the hateful rhetoric and the propaganda in the media that tries to put us into labels and boxes and divide us up against each other. We're better than that. And I think we can create a better society than that. I just wanted to make that point today, and give you the challenge that if you don't normally associate with people who are not like you, like when you're out living your life, go out in the world and try to talk to someone who you have nothing in common with. Talk to people who have a different skin color, are of a different age group, from a different country, different political beliefs, whatever. Go talk to people who are different than you, and you will find out that we're all really the same. So that's the point I wanted to make today, and I hope you're having a great weekend.